Hey everybody, Nick here, and tonight I'm going to do something a little different than usual. Recently I was made aware of, we've all heard of the loot crate sorts of things, the things where you sign up once a month and they'll send you a box of something or another. Generally, it's not something very good. They don't make money by putting really excellent stuff in the box each time. It's not going to be, your Grimsmo of the Month sort of club. But anyways, somebody made me aware of one of these services for knives. I'm not actually going to mention the name of this service because, well, honestly, I don't want to give them any free advertising, and I don't want to get sued either. But being a jackass and being a jackass with supporters who make things like this possible, I, of course, needed to sign up. And so what I have in front of me right here is the very first of these things. For like $14 a month or something, they will send me once a month a knife. This is not going to be a good knife, in all likelihood. Maybe I'll be wrong, who knows? But they are sending me, they sending me something that they were able to make for money by sending to me for $14. I have not yet opened this box. I have not seen the inside of this. In fact, when the package arrived, I asked the fiancée, because she's compassionate like that, to take the box to cover up any identifying marks of the brand and then hand it over to me. So you are going to be seeing with me for the very, very first time the joy that's about to happen here. So, yeah, this ought to be pretty entertaining. Let's see what I got for $14. Right here, the box itself is, reasonably impressive. It's got one color, and underneath here, I'm told, there are a set of logos. I got a very interesting reaction from the fiancé looking at the knife, and, let's go on ahead and find out. With 184 people... Holy crap watching, let's go ahead and jump into it. Project 8 asks, is it a Grimsmo? No, I don't think so. Alright, here we go, guys. It's like opening the Ark of the Covenant. If my face melts, yeah. Well, we'll find out now, won't we? Here we go. Okay, this is pretty excellent right here. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so guys, I'm very delighted to share something with you here. This right, hold on just a second here. This is too perfect. Just this morning, I participated in a review of this knife's big brother, which is, of course, the Rockstead Hego here. This right here is one heck of a knife. The Hego is. This little guy, well, it may not live up to its older siblings' joy. Let's look at this guy step by step here. I mean, first off, is this plastic? Oh yeah, that's plastic. So, first off, I got to comment on the amount of jimping here. This may or may not be a Rick Hinderer design with this much jimping. So, that's pretty impressive right here. We have ourselves standard Torx hardware, although it's a little extra star-like than usual. And actually, hold on. I think that this is already stripped out. Let's find out here, because I think that would really add something to this. Let's make sure here. Bust it open. Yeah, that's... Oh, no, I was able to get it loose. Okay, well, it is already stripped out, but it's not completely so. So that's good, at least. So there we go. Let's see here. I am digging this flame color anodization thing. What we see here is that we have a carumbit for toddlers here. Because they've got the ring in the back there, but with their tiny little fingers, they can get the finger in there and do the fancy spinny carumbit ring trick things that I am not skilled enough to do. So if you have a toddler who is also a mall ninja, right here you've got that action going on here. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Oh, guys, the quality here is just, oh man. Let's check this out. Use a little light on the subject. Look at this. That's glue, ladies and gentlemen. That is 100% glue. I don't even know what the heck kind of glue that is, but it's beautiful, and maybe it's soldered on there. Either way, that's not coming apart, which just really adds to the joy already. And mind you, we haven't even gotten this guy apart here. Okay, I think it's about time that we open it. Now, we've got ourselves a half of a spider hole. Maybe they licensed this half, I don't know. And let's check the flipping action here. My God, that actually flipped out nicely. The blade, all told, is not actually as bad as you might expect in the world here. I mean, look at the freaking grind. Okay, so the edge bevel here is spectacular. Look, it dips down to here, leaving a unsharpened area down this neck of the woods here. So that's pretty excellent right there. Somebody's first day at the grinder there. And again, we've got a nice variation here in edges. It's like a convex edge, except it's the different angles are spread out among the entire thing. So that's pretty impressive. The sharpening choil here, actually, they must have paid attention to my latest knife gripe, because they're noticing that they do have a sharpening choil, and actually, this thing actually seems like it's kind of thin behind the edge. I mean, seriously, look at that. That's not. Oh, hold on. Let's see if this cuts. Oh. Okay, this is actually kind of disturbing to me. This knife freaking slices. Oh, no, it's getting dull already. Hold on. There we go. That's a little better. This knife is pretty decent as a cutting tool. I mean, there were dull areas like here and probably the rest of it. But this is better ground to slice than 90% of what ZT makes. Let's just be real here. It looks like we've got some browning here where the blade got too hot. And then, this design here is just spectacular. Tac-Force, of course, is a brand that I think any knife guy is aware of. Believe it or not, guys, you are here today for a historic occasion, because despite being a connoisseur of really freaking terrible knives, this is the very first Tac-Force that Nick Shabazz has ever owned. This will occupy a very special place in my heart here. So yeah, it's still blowing me away that this is so damn thin behind the edge. Look at the tip of it. Holy crap, man. If only ZT could grind their freaking knives like this. This one. Okay, the reason I'm losing it here is the assist. So this is one heck of an assist. I mean, it's like serious business here. Let's hold on to the blade, let it kind of fly here. Yeah, this is a serious assist going on here, but the thing is, on most assisted knives, there's a gradual process. On this guy, it's just like at the very end, suddenly, bam! So that's kind of nice there. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Tactical line, stainless steel, USA design, handmade in China. That's good. I suppose, yeah, that 10-year-olds are hand making it, no problem there. I don't have any evidence that Tac-Force is using child labor, but let's be real here. Let's see here. What other joys are there here? Well, we can see, for instance, in terms of fit and finish, that this little scale here is completely lifting up off of the handle here, which is kind of nice. Nice little gap in there. The centering is, I would accept that from some other major brands coming out of Oregon. Let's just be real here. Although, actually, maybe I'm mistaken here, but I think the blade is perfectly centered, but the blade itself is warped, which is pretty excellent. You've got yourself a deep carry clip on here, which is pretty impressive. It is tip down only, of course, because it's a Tac-Force, and they wouldn't want it to be too carryable. So that's absolutely nice. Full liners here. Is that skeletonization in the liners? Is that? Hold on. I'm going to have to take this apart. So, hang on, guys. This is going to be good. Yeah, no, that's not skeletonization, but there is some sort of a... I'm wondering... Oh, we got to take this guy apart. But anyways, there is something beautiful lurking underneath here, I suspect. So that's good. We can see that there are already scratches all over the plastic here, which makes pretty much everything better about this. Yeah. I gotta say, a lockup, let's look at the lockup here. Actually, we're coming in right around 50%, which is good. there is some side-to-side blade play, but it's not bad. Oh, vertical blade play. Yeah, oh, there's definitely some vertical blade play. That's frustrating. Let's see, can you Spidey flick this? No, not... There we go. And it took a little bit of the fingernail with you. That's good. Please, Dan Brock says, please show a real knife soon. Okay, here we go. This guy is a slightly nicer knife, although not quite as good a slicer as your Tac-Force here. This is the ZTO 450 CF and ZDP steel. I got about 1 billion people tagging me on Instagram when one of those came for sale, and I took the hint. So, yeah, this is pretty spectacular. That's actually a hollow grind. Holy crap. That's a hollow grind. Like, I gotta say, as much as I want to make fun of this knife, and frankly, as much as this knife deserves to be made fun of, because holy crap, at the same time, the blade on this, the grind is not bad at all. And they get a lot of things right. They've got a hollow grind, sharpening choil here. The action is, it's good when assisted, and aside from some vertical and horizontal blade play, which, let's be real here, happens from other big brands as well, they're not so bad. I mean, this right here, this is a train wreck. Although lanyard guys are going to freaking love that. Somebody asked, Nick, what have you been huffing? Well, I do actually have a can of air on my desk, but that's unrelated. So I guess the next step here is going to be to take this little guy apart. And you know what? Let's do that live, too, because why the heck not? Hope you guys are doing well this evening. Sorry to be, missing the questions, but when you're dealing with something so wonderful, so beautiful and unique as this guy, it's hard to keep up. So the pivots come loose pretty naturally. That's nice. Let's see what the heck kind of screws those are. Okay. Maybe T8. Seems like a reasonable bet, right? No, I'm thinking T6.5? T7? Oh, my... Okay. Is this coming loose? Yes, this is coming loose. Hey, hallelujah. So clearly, Spyderco, circa January 2017, was involved in the fastener choices. Oh, it's free spinning. I'm going to give a try here to get that out of there, but we may be over before we started here. I really do want to get up inside there, not because I'm just a jackass who want to make fun of it, but, want to make fun of it? That's not even a term. But because I think they're doing something a little different and interesting vis-a-vis the whole, the assist there. Is that in there? All right, let's try this here. I don't want to be doing with the blade out here. Oh, come on, you little bugger. Let's go to T6 here. Maximet steel confirmed. That's pretty nice. People are taking guesses about the steel here. We know what the steel is. This is stainless steel. It's not just any steel. It's stainless, guys. Yeah, this is... I'm thinking this one may not be coming apart. It's probably because of all that glue I was showing off earlier. Well, that's just a shame. Come on. And unfortunately, because it's assisted... Yeah, this ain't coming apart. Well, that's a shame. Again, my hat's off to the, young person who put this together for the first time. That's not an easy job to do there. Surgical steel, Michael Sonball says, that's the good stuff, what all the doctors use. So Dr. Frunke and I have challenged him to do a review of surgical steel, because he actually has access to, surgical tools, because he's a freaking surgeon. So one of these days he'll have to do that. Oh, man. Well, it's a shame I can't get this little guy apart, but we can infer some things. First off, like I said, I believe if we take a look in here that the assist is actually done by a cutout in the frame here, in the liners. So we can see it kind of forms a little bit of a tongue in there. And so that's what's pushing up against the blade is my bet here, which is its own flavor of ugly, 100%. Oh, need to tighten that up more. Question here isn't whether it's got horizontal and vertical blade play, it's how much. There we go. It's back to normal here. Maybe lube it up a little bit here. Just use it a while and it'll come apart on its own. Well freaking done. Good comment there. You all are gems. There we go. Is the designer's name anywhere? You know, if I were the designer, it would absolutely not be. It is USA Design. So I'm assuming that they found some guy in China named USA and went for it. But for all I know, I don't know. What's better, this or the Z Hunter? Now, look, guys, that's a really hard question because it's really hard as a reviewer to confront your inner biases, and I gotta be honest here. I'm pretty biased. The Z Hunter is, well, it is a gem in a true, terrible, not actually a gem sort of sense. And so I don't know. I mean, as a functional cutting tool, I hate to say it, but your Tac-Force Speedster model here, because it does say Speedster model, which is pretty great. It gives it a little bit of a too fast, too furious sort of aesthetic, which I appreciate very much. You know, any good Tac-Force user, any true Tac-Force user will tell you, I forget even how that quote ends, but I'm sure it's excellent. Anyways, so as a functional cutting tool, this beats the Z Hunter, and frankly, it beats some other knives on my table right now that are not intended to be terrible, which is really depressing. I just gotta say that much. But, you know, in my heart, I gotta say, well, I've got Z Hunter fever. That's alas. Can it beat the Z Hunter in spine whacking? Let's see here. Oh, that's a good question. You know, it appears to have survived the spine whacking test. That's good. Will it still lock up? Yeah, the vertical blade plays no worse than when I started, so that's nice. Let's see here. As an USA myself, I'm slightly offended. Nice. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry terribly that I've saddened or offended you here. This in the back here is, well, it's just great. I mean, let's be real here. Lanyard holes are not necessarily a subtle sort of an affair, but this is really taking that particular cake. Toad Sticker, you have to be a highly trained, high-speed, low-drag operator to use such cutlery. And that makes sense here. I mean, I can see already that it is kind of attempting to, you see here, it's attacking me. It's like trying to stop me from using it. It's like, you know how you can't lift up Thor's hammer if you don't have the true heart of a warrior? I feel like this knife, as I grip it in my hand, is trying to get itself out of my hand because, you know, I am not I don't have the soul of a true warrior, and so this jimping here is attacking me, and this little liner lock here is definitely attacking me, and the whole thing. I mean, so it's telling me that I don't have the heart of a warrior to go for this. It's eating your flesh, and it's weird that this, says Toad Sticky, yeah, it's weird that this is eating my flesh and the Z Hunter isn't. How could you use that lanyard hole tip down? You know, that's actually a really good point. I don't even think about tip-down only carry, but this is spectacular because, yeah, if you've got yourself a terrible zombie lanyard, because let's face it, this needs a terrible zombie lanyard. Although maybe I could see, like, hot pink, I can see doing this with, like, a hot pink paracord lanyard with, like, tritium tubes in it, and then this could be your Rave knife. Actually, there we go. That's actually a pretty decent use for this. This could be your Rave knife, because you flash it around on front of some guy who's on, 50 pounds of ecstasy, and it'll totally make sense, right? And it's sharp enough that it can open up the water bottle, which you'll need because you too are on 50 pounds of ecstasy. Kids, you don't need drugs to enjoy electronica. Just saying. But anyways, I mean, yeah. So if you put the lanyard down here, then the lanyard is deep inside your pocket, and you're still stuck picking this guy out of your pocket on the deep carry side. And, oh, this is even better, because if you carry this in your right side, this flipper tab, which, by the way, is quite the pocket pecker here. This is like a rare species of pocket pecker with the tip-down thing. As you put this in your right pocket, any time that, for whatever reason, you wronged this knife and accidentally pressed the flipper tab up, it's going to pop open and tear at whatever else is in your pocket or your legs or something like that. Toad Sticker says that in the binky and you're in. Talking about a pacifier, nice. Absolutely nice. So yeah, that's pretty excellent. This is left side tip down only carry, Which again, I mean, I guess I can see that. What do you need to keep in your right pocket at a rave? I don't know. I haven't been to raves, sadly. Jason L., whoever holds this piece of crap, if he be worthy, shall have the power of an operator. Yeah, so there you go. Wow. Yeah, that's... You know, I gotta be honest with you here, and I say this not in advocating that you do this, but I'm pretty happy with this $14. Not in terms of I have a $14 knife that is a wonderful thing. No, not whatsoever. For $14, you could buy one hell of a lot of more knife than this. You could buy an Open L. You could buy, let's see here, $14 it gets you on the going exchange rate. 4 Z Hunters, which is really nice. Actually, that's not nice at all. That's more tragic than anything. Oh, God. And the swedge on this guy, I gotta say, is not bad. I just recently dealt with a knife that needed a swedge like this one here. I mean, there were lots of knives that you could buy for $14 that would outperform this guy, and there is some serious, legitimate ugly here, namely the horizontal and vertical blade play. You know, yeah. But this is pretty entertaining. So I think I'm going to have to keep on this plan here and get another crappy knife next month, because this is pretty spectacular. I will take any crappy knife-related questions here. Woody Infermo, it's horribly fascinating like a train crash. Pretty much. Oh, burn! Knives, gear, and life, I'm not even going there, but that's serious. You see an autograph on Birdshot IV's Etsy soon. That's pretty spectacular. Oh, there's Treddy. I gotta say, that looks cool, but the steel is probably shit. Absolutely 100%. In the way of actual channel updates, so that the people who came into this aren't just thinking to themselves, oh God, why do I subscribe to this jackass again? I've got a lot of fun reviews coming up here on the channel. In addition to the Rockstead, which is, of course, this knife's little brother here. Same pattern overall. Slightly more reflective finish on the Rockstead here. A little less smooth than the Rockstead on this guy as well. I've got reviews that are going to be, that I'm going to be filming here soon of this little guy. This is the CKF Ratata, something along those lines. I've got a review coming up of a reground Spyderco Nirvana, which is pretty spectacular. Of course, what else is coming up here? CRKT Homefront, which is another interesting knife if you're a fan of side-to-side blade play. Oh, man, that was rough. Sorry about that, ZRKT, but kind of earned it there. And also, that grind, holy crap, that freaking grind. But cool knife at some level. So I'm going to be looking at this little guy here. Of course, I want to look at some more gentlemanly knives. This is something that I'm really interested in doing a little bit more of more often. And so my buddy Jim loaned me what I think might be the best gentleman's knife ever. And that would be this little guy right here. This is the Cold Steel Tie-Light number 6, which is, a relatively compact sort of gentleman's knife, which I'm curious to check out here. Can't wait to start reviewing that with a wave feature, by the way. So that's good. What else do I have? I've got this little guy, which is a locking friction folder by Katsu, which is a brand I hadn't really heard of until a viewer tipped me off on it. So that's an interesting little knife here. Looking forward to that. I've got a bunch of other fun stuff. This little guy is coming up, the Wilson Combat Eagle by Les George, which, listen to that. Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun. What else here? Oh, I've got this little joy here. This is a Viper Dan 2, which was donated by a viewer of mine, actually, for a charitable auction, which is very nice. And, yeah. Hey, Daniel DeSanto is just saying you should give Viper another chance with the Viper Dan. Oh, yeah? Well, guess what I've got on the screen right now. That's always a joy, and I've got a bunch of other fun stuff coming up, which should be good. Oh, one knife that is actually really, really impressing me. My buddy on the Instagram, a guy named Notorious EDC, you should check him out, sent me this little guy right here. This is a cool little knife. It's a little Kershaw. It's the Kershaw model number 1770. But it's actually kind of neat because in addition to being really tiny, it is an unassisted flipper with a disappearing flipper tab. This is a cool little system, and it flips just wonderfully. I cannot wait to take this guy apart and potentially not be able to put it back together. But I kind of really like this little knife. Of course, it's got a terrible steel. It's an inexpensive Kershaw. What do you want? But the thing is, they've done a decent job here. So, yeah, that's a pretty excellent sort of thing. So anyways, I hope that this has been interesting to you, that you have enjoyed this. So my fiance's comment that I now completely understand when she opened the box to look at the knife to make sure that all the markings were off was, is this like a Pride-related knife? Which is actually kind of right on there. Although actually I have a matching knife around here someplace. Oh man, this could be like a perfect two-knife EDC right here. Goes perfectly with this little guy. Which is the Kershaw, I believe, Charlotte? No, I should know this. This was donated by my buddy Frank there. So these two knives go nicely together. I gotta say, match made in heaven right here. Chive, thank you very much. I just keep pulling out all sorts of different things there. So, yeah. Anyways, if you've got any questions to ask the Nick, you're welcome to do so now. But did I buy that from a convenience store? Oh, I wish. Tac-Force is greater than Kershaw. Oh, that's kind of cold. There were some great Kershaws out there on occasion. Oh, man. I love my life in that this morning, quite literally this morning, I spent, well, working, but in between bouts of work, I spent reviewing this little guy, which is a $900 production knife, this Rockstead Ego here. And this is really towards the absolute top end of the production game. And I get to cap off my day with this. And I think no one's holding it against me. Well, maybe they are. I don't care. So, yeah, that's just a beautiful thing. Getting Z Hunter requests here, and I'm also getting Omega requests right here. Somebody just said upgrade. Ouch. So yeah, anyways, here's the Omega, still on the wrist. It's a beautiful thing. John Akshar asks, what am I, Jim Skelton? No, not necessarily. But, yeah. Oh boy. A lot of people are really pushing the MTEX right now in the Tac-Forces. Oh, the trolls. The trolls. Wizard says, Higo review for Patreon maybe right now. Yeah, sure, why not? I will post reviews ahead of time for Patreon patrons just so they can see what's up, and it's a little perk of them joining on. Just a quick plug for the Patreon. Z Hunters are available signed as soon as your pledge reaches $50 over time. So that's a beautiful thing. You'll get to see some early releases. You'll get some knives for sale. There are some beautiful knives for sale on there right now as well. And, yeah. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these after we're done, because as much as I love this guy, I don't really feel like it's going to be kicking the Sleesh Bowie out of my collection anytime soon. I'll figure out something spectacular here. I have an idea there. Still cuts better than any Medford. Ouch. Yeah. Am I going to review Ninja Stars? That's a really great, question. I've considered it. Because let's face it, there is really nothing that is more Mall Ninja and less effective as a cutting tool than a Ninja Star. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want Ninja Stars thrown at me. Ninjas could absolutely kill me with a Ninja Star. But most people buying them are not ninjas. Let's just level with that one. So maybe someday. I also have my eyes on one of those knives that you see at the mall that like folds into a little batarang and has a knife on either. One of these days that's going to happen here. I mean, #Grail. Let's be real, but yeah. So two gentlemen's folders right there. Destructive testing. Actually, that's not a terrible idea there, Yehoshua D. Stone. That's a pretty impressive idea. Maybe. But the problem with destructive testing is it could just as easily destroy me. So I'd need like a robot or something. Yeah, I wish I made robots. That'd be fun. A grappling hook for review. Oh my god, I can't pull myself out of bed, let alone up a building with a freaking grappling hook. Let's be real here. Hashtag very little upper body strength. Um, let's see here. Tac-Force, good blade shape. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, this is actually... I mean, okay, it's got a recurve. Oh, hey, this is going to be great for a knife gripe I got coming up here soon. Oh, perfect. I love it. But anyways, good guy Shaco says, pull out the Norseman. Okay, well, we can compare the flipping action here. The Tac-Force, I will say, flips a little bit more quickly, but of course it's assisted. And in terms of the closing action, the Norseman is pretty good there, and the Tac-Force... Nah, can't do it. I tried. What can I say? Soggy Avenger asks, oh God, what am I doing with your life? With my life. Soggy Avenger, I kind of understand that feeling some days. Oh my God. Yeah, indeed. Hey, it's all good. Yeah. A couple of very different knives on the tables here. So, great questions, everybody. I hope this has been interesting to you. I hope that you have deeply enjoyed this this Speedster model. Oh, The Fast and the Furious. What a beautiful movie. And what a beautiful knife. Granny shifting. Maybe this knife is granny shifting. I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Best $14 I've spent in a good long time. Don't buy this knife. Do not buy this knife. Actually, hold on. I got to back that one down. Do not freaking ever buy this knife. Bad idea. No. But for me, in my very... Okay, sorry. Legal disclaimer there. You know, big asterisk in the corner. Do not freaking buy this knife. Anyways, hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of the day. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in. Sorry if I missed your questions. And, yeah. Have a good one. Bye now.